is your first time visiting my channel and you want to know more about living in Toronto, please subscribe and tap the bell. You'll be the first to hear about new market trends here in Toronto. My name is Ed Bulmer. I get calls and texts from people like you every day. So if you have any questions, please call or text me. I'll be sure to answer you right away. So are you thinking about moving to Toronto? In today's video, we're going to look at a hidden gem called Toronto Island. Well, please stick around to the end because the best kept secret is at the end. It's pretty easy to get to Toronto Island. They have water taxis, as you can see here, and they also have city fares. Very easy access to Toronto Island from downtown Union Station. It's one streetcar stop from Union Station where you can access the city ferries and the water taxis. And here we have the Island Cafe where you can get coffee, ice cream, treats, and drinks. It's open mainly in the summer, but it's right across from the ferry terminal towards Island, as you can see right here, just up ahead. So it's just a short distance from the ferry terminal where you can enjoy the outdoors and have a coffee. And the island, by the way, is open all year round. Ferry service comes to the island all year round. There are people that live here all year round. It's quite interesting in the winter. It's very quiet and peaceful. Many people do come over just to stroll around in the winter. And the Island Cafe has a cool little garden here. A lot of the produce here is used in the cafe. Well, this is the Riviera Cafe, open to the public. Got a little coffee shop, little patio here. All on Toronto Island. Well, Toronto Island also has a few restaurants. Here's a nice little barbecue beer company. Let's take a look inside. Has a nice view of the water. So here you can enjoy excellent views of the Toronto downtown on their patio. So here we are at the Toronto Island Marina. This is a public marina. They have a ferry that runs hourly, usually during the day, sometimes half hours on the busier times. They have visitor spots for people to come in with boats. They have a nice little restaurant here, outdoor patio and lounge area where you can enjoy a beverage or some food. They also have a little cafe here, which is open for breakfast. They have an old 50s style diner. Let's take a quick peek. And there are several boat clubs and marinas on the island. One I'm looking at right here is called Queen City Yacht Club. And it is over 100 years old, the old wooden structure. And boaters could come here and enjoy their time on their boats and relax with their families. We have a nice little view downtown here. So here we are on Ward's Island, it's just Toronto Island. And on Ward's Island and Algonquin Island, they have these cool little cottage type houses here. Now you can't buy them. People do lease them. They're on a land lease. There is a waiting list, but you can get on the waiting list if you're interested. But it's just fun to walk around in here and enjoy the beautiful cottages here. It's open to the public. There's no cars, so it's kind of cool just to walk in here and look at all the houses, which is what we're going to do right now. Just take a look at these nice little cottage type homes. Sort of reminds you of being on Cape Cod. So as I mentioned, you can walk around here. There's a couple hundred homes. This is just a little pocket here that I'm looking at and showing you. You can walk around here, and you can walk around also on Algonquin. They're connected. There's a little bridge actually that goes from the main area there onto Algonquin. Some of them are a little bit tucked in there. Lots of vegetation and flowers. In the summer, it's real nice and lush. In the winter, it's still cool because it's totally quiet here. It's like being out in the country. And it's only a 10-minute ride on a ferry from Toronto to Toronto Island, and you can visit these beautiful little cottages and enjoy your day. So if you want a quick bite to eat and you maybe forgot to bring your lunch, they have a Subway and a pizza right at the ferry dock, so you don't have to worry about going hungry. Toronto Island's basically a big park with lots of places to run around and play. Families can come in here and picnic anytime. Weekends is a little busier. You might want to get here early to come on a weekend, but it's an enjoyable place to spend with your family. We've also got Centerville Island here, which is a little area for families to enjoy themselves with their children. They've got some rides and some other activities. Let's take a look around. They've also got some food stands in here if you're interested in getting some food. A little museum here. There's a little sky ride that takes in for a little bit of enjoyment up in the air. Another little boat ride here for the children. A little ride called the Frog Hopper. It jumps up and down a little bit. And we got a little train ride for the kids. There's a roller coaster. And they've even got a little zoo with some farm animals. There's some goats. And some horses and ponies. There's also a little restaurant here called the Carousel Cafe, right on one of the little channels that runs through the island. And speaking of channels, there's channels that run through the island where the tour boats come through. Canoers and kayakers can also come through here. There's a little bit of a channel that goes all the way through the island. Here's a nice view of the channel that runs through the island. There's a bridge that goes across it. Kayaker and canoers can enjoy themselves in the quieter water. Now we're coming up to the area where they have some beautiful flower gardens. There's a lovely fountain here. I've seen weddings here. It's a really pretty area where you can just enjoy the nature and the scenery here. There's a bit more of the flower gardens here. You see lots of people enjoying it. Beautiful day here. All kinds of wildflowers, different flowers throughout the year. There's an area here where you can rent bicycles, and as you can see, there's a nice bike path, walking path that goes all the way around the island and through the island. And we're going to take a little trip on that right now. We've also got a little center here for artists, where artists can come. Painters and musicians can come in and just enjoy the nature here and the peace and quiet. And there are ways you can find out about that online. And here's an area here where you can rent canoes and kayaks. And last but not least, we have beautiful beaches on the south, west, and east side of the island, where you can enjoy the water of Lake Ontario and nice sandy beaches. And there's a little pier that you can walk out on if you want to get out a little further and enjoy the sights of the sailboats and boaters out on the water. Thank you for watching my video on Toronto Island. Please be sure to subscribe and you'll be the first to hear about new videos coming up.